Okay, this is video 2 and I'm back, and I cut my black backing for the pink tag, the hot pink tag, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this before I get started on the next page. So I'm just going to tape around this and stick it to my black and put it in the pocket, and then we can go on to the next thing. So let's see, about like that, and we'll just put it in this like so, and then we're done with that one. Now this is where we're at, and we're going to start with this side. We've got some striped papers, and I think you can either do it this way, or you can, let's put my white paper back there so I can see where I'm at. I just dropped everything here. Okay, let's put that up. All right, so I'm going to butt that up to here. Oh, you know, I was supposed to put that in the pocket. Oh, there we go, like that. Butt that up to there, and that's where that goes. Okay, so let's do that. So this is a 6x6 piece, and I'm going to just bump it right up against that pocket, right there, and then lay it down, and it's in the perfect spot. Okay, so I've got that. And then on the bottom of the pocket, now I think there's supposed to be another piece of orange paper here, but I'm not exactly sure where it's at. So I just cut some orange cardstock, and we're going to put that on here. Because I'm still a little confused as the leftover pieces from the last kit that I didn't finish, and may have borrowed some for somebody else. I don't know, but it's okay because we're just going to do this. And then you got this little summer tag here, and I'm going to put it on, back it on this piece of black like this. Like that. And then we'll center that right on here, like that. And we got 2 tags to make to put in these pockets, so I'm going to start with the red one. Red and orange one, I should say. So I'm going to trim this off, right? Trim all the white off. Gives me a nice line to go by. And then I'm going to put it down here like this. And this red piece goes right underneath there, like that. Looks like I need to do a better job of trimming that. So I will. Go ahead and put the red down. Yes.
That was recording, so we may qualify to have all our debt eliminated because of something. Fresh letter interest. Yeah, okay.
I believe that.
You may be entitled to some fucking thing.
Okay.
Is this what's this for?
It was. I'm recording, Brian.
Oh, sorry.
fails. I'm going to talk when you're busy. So I'm going to retrim this to look a little bit better. There we go. There's that one. And then I'm going to do this one. Okay. Again, I'll cut this off. And I'm going to put this one down. And then this one. I've got plenty of room, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. This one right here. And then this one above it. And I'll just trim this one a little more even. This one just a tiny bit. Actually, you know what? This is a little wide. So I'm just going to go all the way down the side of this. And that's better. Okay. So, this. Now I can punch holes in these and put them in the pockets. There's one and two. Okay. And on the orange one, I'm going to put red. Like this. There's one. And then orange on this one. Trim this. That. And I've got one in there. Now, if you don't want to have that white showing, I would just cut this off a little bit more, which would be fine. I'm going to do that. It's okay if it doesn't have the border all the way around. I can do that. Anyway, so there's that. Okay, so now let's work on this part. We've got these pieces here. The, whoopsies, we don't have a magnet on there, do we? I do not have a magnet, so I'm going to put one on right now. So let's do that. Then a tiny glue dot on him. And transfer him over to there. Okay, that's good. I'm going to put the orange paper down here like this. should ink around this one. Just gonna grab something. And I just put that one down, so I'm going to put some glue around it. And there we go. There's that. Now there's this little piece here that wants to go right there. And I'm just going to glue it at the bottom. Right there. A little orange soda drink. That way you can slide something under there if you want, or not. So there's that. And I'm going to use a little bit of blue on here. China is good. And the blue. And then I'll put this down. And that magnet is already glued around, but I'm going to glue around it again, just in case. I really do want it to stay where it's at for a long time. Okay, so fun, fun, fun goes on top like this. Like that. Now, I'm going to do this one down here. Okay, so this is where this goes. And when we put it down, I want to make sure that when I flip it up, it's not upside down. So I'm going to put my black strip right there. Okay, so here's my hinge. You can actually cut these hinges a little smaller if you want to, but you actually could. Because it's going to cover up part of your basket. But yeah, that's what it does. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put it on because I think it's going to be all right. Okay, so the fold goes to the bottom edge of the paper. Which you could just put it on like this and just match that paper right up to the bottom. Or have the fold on the edge, either way. So then this goes to the top, very top of that page, away from here. Leaves a tiny bit of a border over there. Okay, so let's do that. Put some glue on here. And put it right to the very top of that page. Open it and make sure it's nice and flat, that it doesn't buckle when it opens. So it'll be a nice smooth action. And then we're going to build our pocket down here. And again, we're going to take a pencil and find our 3-inch center of this, which will be right about there. And we'll just poke a hole in there. that. And put our little Brad in there. I've got a green one here. So now when you put this down, you want to make sure that your page, you know, will, I'm going to put it to where this can actually tuck in there. And then you can just get an eyeball of where it's going to be, and it is going to be right to the very bottom edge of this. So that's where I'm going to put it. Some glue there. And I'm going to put it right down to the very bottom edge of that page so that my Brad is in the right spot. Get my glue remover stick. There. There. And then I believe the tags I put in there, I can't see the picture right now, is that one and this one. But these are all interchangeable too, these little tags, so not a big deal. Then you can close that up like that. So there we have that one. Okay, and we'll flip these over and go on to the next one. Now this has got a tag that needs to go in there. Oh, you know, I don't think I have that cut either. That's all right, I'll get it. But that's down there. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, now we're going to start with this, which is this. And when it turns up, it needs to look like this. So I'm going to take this and put my hinge at the bottom of this. Okay, like that to there. So I'll glue half of this. Like that, with the fold to the edge of the cut apart. If it's a little long, just trim it off. Okay, which it is over here. Just a tiny bit. I can't even cut it, it's so tiny. Okay, there. Tiny bit. Alright, so when that flips open, it'll be like that. So this will go on here. I'm going to put this over here where I can see it. Alright. So this goes there. Like that. To the very top edge. Alright, top edge. Tip-top edge. A little glue on the other half of that hinge and put her down, staying away from the page turn. And there's that. And I'm going to open it and make sure that everything is cool there, and it is. Put that down. And this is going to be my pocket that goes inside. So I have to see where I want, what color do I want my bread to be? I'm not sure. Well, let's just pick, how about red? Doesn't matter. Let's see, is there red? No, there isn't. How about blue? Oh, it is. All right. So we need to, it needs to be about 1/4 of an inch or so. And let's see, 3, right about there. And I've got it marked there. Take this little blue bread, put it right in that hole. Open it up. Like that. And let's see, let's just fit this again. Make sure it's going to be okay. When it's on the edge of the page, let me see, come on, get on there. There it is. Okay, so that's on there. I'll just line this up with that. And when I put this down, it will be just fine. I've just got a tiny bit of black showing there, so let's get that down. Excuse me. So here we go. Let's just very high on that one, wasn't I? Okay, let's hold that in place. And the tags that go in there, I think they're this one. Not going to take them straight down. Put them in sideways so they don't get stuck on the wet glue. And then this one, which I'm just going to trim, punch a hole, and I don't know what color rib I want to put on this. I'll just use a blue one, I think. Just use the blue one. Like so. And staple it. And trim it. And there's a blue one. Could just put them in like this, but that's not quite dry, so I'm going to leave them kind of sideways. Press this down again, make sure it's really stuck, and then tuck this into that little brad right there. Okay, then, all right, so this goes down here, and I really do need to ink around this because it's dark paper and it's got a very white core, so I'm going to ink that. Most of this paper is fairly light, so I don't have to worry about inking it. shows up, then you know you need to. So okay, this has got a magnet down and glued. So this little guy is going to go right here. Like this. Oops, that's a little too tight on one end. Oh, okay, try it again. That's better. Okay. And then this, I think I will put a little bit of color on this. Tiny bit. Like so. Okay, I gotta go get the door. Excuse me for just a minute. Where's my other little thing? There it is. I had to get up to find that anyway. Okay. I wish I'd known who that was. I wouldn't have answered it. Just a solicitor. Okay, so this green I'm going to go ahead and remount on green because it only has 3 sides, which that's a pain. So let's just do this. I thought that might have been my grandson's again, but it wasn't. Alright, so now this, I'm going to go ahead and glue it just on here and here so that you can put something in it this way. So let's see. Here. Right there. Alright, now also I've got this, and again it's got the green sides on 3 sides, so I'm just going to trim this off like that, that. Now you could, you know, put it on green and then put it on black or whatever you want, but I'm just going to do this. I think that looks just fine, but I might have to ink it a little bit. Okay, so this will go on the black. And then I'm just going to tape this on the front of the top, right like this. Let's see, will that fit right there? I think that looks just fine. Okay, so that goes there. All right, now we're going to work on this side over here. And the first thing we're going to do is, okay, we got another double thing here. So, all right, first thing I'm going to do is put this down. Okay, so let's stick this into the pocket so I can see where my edge is. Like that. Okay, so we got our magnet here to keep the black flap down, and that's all we need on here. And let's see, let me get that lined up. So we've got that. Now this one, but we need to have a magnet on this one and anchor it back here before we put this down on here. So let's do that, and we're going to trim that. You know what, I'm going to just use this, which is my, I think it'll be okay. This is my angle. Let's see how well that will work. And then I can angle this the same on there. But I gotta ink this. I do have to ink it. Here's red. What's this? Candy apple red. Okay, candy apple red. Go back in there. And I'm going to put it on here where the fold is on the right. So let's put this down. Oh, wait a minute. Can't do that yet. I've got to put a magnet on there. Yep, got to have a magnet on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this first according to that. I don't want to do that. Let's just put a magnet on there. There it is. I'm going to put a magnet like right about here. I know that's safe. And I'm going to put one of these tiny little magnets on there. Hold it in place. So just make sure you got just one. Okay, and then I can take this and attach it here. Okay. So I'm going to hold that in place, and I'm going to wrap this around like that, fold it in. Oh, you know what? I put this one on the bottom. Let's put it towards the bottom. I like that better. Okay, so we'll put it flush down to the bottom. That's what we're going to do. Right down to the bottom. Okay. So that it looks like this. And then, better ink this too. that. But we've got this little magnet here. We need to put its mate on the back of this. Like that. Little glue dot on it. Actually, I gotta put score tape over it because we can't transfer it right now. We have to put the whole piece down. But that's okay, we can do that. There's one. I'm gonna go crisscross because I can't glue it. Suppose I could, but I'm gonna do this. All right, now I'm gonna put this whole thing down. Double, extra, triple tape on the side that's going to be moving. All right. And then this is going to go on this page like this. Just like that. Okay. So my magnet is between the black and the yellow for this, and this magnet is between the black and the yellow and here, okay? And then I can put, oh, I didn't trim that. I didn't trim it. I made a boo-boo. But you know what? I can still trim half of it. I should have trimmed this before I put it down. I really should have. And I might be able to fix it. But I can trim this like that. Okay, so there's half of it. And I can actually go back and trim this down to there and then trim it off here. Like that. And I can punch a hole in it like this. So where I think the center is going to be. And let me see, I'm going to get a piece of yellow paper. Yellow. Okay. I'll just use this. And have to put a hole around that one. So I'm going to go ahead and, where's my hole punch? What did I just do with it? There it is. So I'll punch a hole in here like this. And then I will get out another one. Which this looks right. And I'll center that on there. And I'll glue this like right here. It's a little off. I'll do it again. Let's do it again. Didn't get that quite right. One. And then a little better. I lost it. I found it. Okay, I think that's better. Probably the best thing to do is put it on there and then punch the center hole through the whole thing. A little thick, but it'll work. It goes there, like that. And then I'm going to put blue through there, just to tie together with that. Like that. go. Ta-da! Like that. So now what else? Okay, so that has a magnet there, and that has a magnet there, and this is done. Okay, down like that, then like that. Close that up. Now that it's dried, that one's good, that one's good. And let's see, now what? Now I guess we go on to the next 1, 2, and then we have 3 and 4. Okay, so we'll start. Oh, I didn't do the piece here. What color is it? I think it's blue that I need to do, so I'll have to do the same thing I did last time, and I'll see you in a few.